Okay, ladies and gents, I'll be live. Sorry about that again. Yeah, I mean, you guys won't know what I'm saying sorry for, but I actually shot this video just, and for some reason, my cam was like laggy AF. So, I was reviewing the footage and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Anyway, I don't know what happened there, but I'm just gonna do a reshoot. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna teach y'all how to handle normal trials. Reason being, some people actually came to me and told me that they had difficulty with trials, and I was like, because normal trials are something that have never been an issue for me for like the longest time, because I'll just go in, do them, and whatever. But I realized that this isn't the case for a lot of people. And as far as I recall, I don't think you can get steel marks any other way, if I'm not wrong. Give me just 1 second just to double check that you can't. Yeah, you really can't. I think the only way that you could have gotten the steel marks without doing the trials is, are they still in the hunt passes? I can't remember. No, they're not anymore. In the past, they used to be. Yeah, so not anymore. You have to do the trials. And because some people are actually having difficulty with normal trials, I figured, okay, I'll put together something that can help. The rules that I use for this are no legendary equipment and no cells that are obtained from trials. Okay, so in order to do this properly, I had to stick together quite a mishmash build, but I'll tell you straight up, it works. Starting off with your Ostian repeaters, these are just easiest because you can fight from a distance. You cannot interrupt and boop, yes, but you are more or less safe as long as you can, at a distance, see and understand the behemoth attack patterns. Okay? Ostian repeaters, cunning cell, conditioning cell. Inferno barrel, because this week is Pangar. The reason why I also chose this is because at least if you build this, you don't have to worry too much about which element, just slap on the right barrel. So Inferno barrel for the Pangar. Marksman chamber, all right, to mark an area and devastate it. Captain's grip, 20% increased attack speed, very useful. Lucky magazine, honestly, I just love this shit. And it will synergize well with your cunning and Stoneheart prism because you're going to be using tenacious with this build. All right, your helmet, Drake scale helmet, comes with a tenacious cell and it naturally has +3 etheric attunement. I'll explain the bonuses later. Light's virtue with a catalyst cell. Light's Refuge with a Predator cell, and Hellplate Greaves with a Tenacious cell. Embermane's Rapture, Catalyst cell. Okay, the reason for all this is number one, you're going to need your tonics. Okay, trials need tonics. There's no way to get around them. Blitz tonic, Frenzy tonic, Aether Drive tonic. These are your bread and butter. Okay, the reason is because your Lantern helps you contribute damage. Your Blitz tonic, obviously attack speed is great, and your Frenzy tonic damage is glorious. Okay. Now, Catalyst will give you tonic effectiveness and duration. So not only will your tonics last longer, they're more effective. So you're getting even more attack speed, damage, and Aether charge, which you want. Cunning. This comes from your body as well as the cell up here. Okay. More critical strike damage. Tenacious. You have 1,100 hit points with this build. 22% damage bonus. And your shields become crit. And your shields give bonus critical. So, very useful. Your etheric attunement comes from your freaking Drask Helm. There isn't really anything better that is non-legendary that I could put with a... I mean, I guess I could put a Nasher Cap, but I don't know what defensive cell I'd use. I guess you want to squeeze out just a little bit more. You could put in a Nasher Cap to give yourself the tenacious rate. You could go with something like Parasitic if you really want to make sure that you have some sustain. You can put in a toughness cell, increase your max health if you really want to. It's up to you. You can put in another fortress cell. Another fortress cell would basically give you like, 200 shields stacks 3 times. So 600 shields in total. It could also be useful. It could genuinely also be useful. The reason why I probably wouldn't go for toughness is because if you throw in a toughness cell, you only get 150 max health. So that's 2% damage increase. I mean, you get increased healing from all sources, but you don't really rely on anything else to heal. So If you want to use it the other way, I'll just show you the other way. You can throw in a fortress cell like that. But the reason again why I like the Drast Scale helmet is because having faster lantern charge is actually really useful, because your lantern contributes quite a bit of damage. So again, these are your options. Okay, then you've got conditioning, which comes from your pistol. I like this one because it boosts your stamina regen. In trials, you have no choice but to dodge, so having conditioning is helpful. Conduit comes from these gloves. There really isn't anything I could replace it with. All I had was Malcurion's, which is a legendary, so in following the rules, I cannot put that in. Quill Spike grips, because you want at least one of these so you can have like damage in there, and can't exactly use overpower, so there's nothing here that you have. Like barbed and endurance don't really help you, so I just went with conduit. At least every time you use your lantern hold, which will charge pretty quickly, you're going to get an extra 8% attack speed, which is nice. And here you've got your Hellplate Greaves again, because I didn't really have anything else with a power cell. I guess you could throw in this, right, for the toughness, and then you put in Tenacious here, and then you get more toughness, so you go up to like the max of Tenacious, but then you lose out on Fortress, which considering the way that this build is structured, you don't have your Cascade, you don't have any sustain. So I went with Fortress over the full toughness Tenacious build, because I felt that it was more viable personally for me to have some Fortress and some form of self-sustain. Okay, I mean, people say like you're supposed to dodge everything and your self-sustain should come from the natural shields that you get from the Skarns, but again, it's honestly a personal preference. I leave it up to you how you want to structure it. You can use the Gnasher Cap and the Gnasher Treads to get a full +6 toughness as well as full Tenacious, but I leave that choice to you. Me, I prefer the Fortress. Okay, so that gives you this kind of build, and then your Predator is just from here just to give you some extra damage. 14%, 14% as long as you don't take damage for 15 seconds. All right, now if we're gonna get into it, ultimately you just want to see it in action, so I'm gonna do that now. If you guys do not want to see it in action, I've given you basically all the info you need. You can go ahead and try it yourself if you do not want to see the action. So for those that do not want to see the action, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see more of my content, you can also drop a tip if you've got some spare change for your robot, and that'll basically keep me alive. Okay, but for those that want to see the showcase, here we go. We're gonna do it right now. Okay, a lot of these, like, there are options for you to change, so you're not pigeonholed into one thing. If you find that toughness is your way to go do it with the toughness set instead. I'm just going to do it with this set because, number one, it's more of a mishmash. It's actually something that I would prefer because it just gives me just barely enough of everything. But again, if it's not your preference, don't worry. You can go the toughness pathway, or you can modify a few things here and there. But in general, I found that this was an easy way of doing trials. Now, you might be worried about your low armor power. Me, I did not worry about it because, number one, in my honest personal opinion, you should not be taking hits. Because trials are not easy, and they are where you have to know how to dodge. Okay, so you cannot avoid understanding the mechanics of the beast you're facing. That's why it's a trial. Okay, and you're gonna have other things that you're gonna need to dodge, so phase tanking, very, very hard. Anyway, to start off the trial, consume your buffs while walking. Okay, go straight in there. Immediately throw your captain's grip down so that you can start shooting at a higher speed. And then if you can, try and focus on a leg. This week it's because it's the Pangar, so if you do funky shit to his leg, he will fall down and that gives you free whacks. But sometimes when you stand like where I was standing, you will instead take a hit from him, so just be careful. Make sure that on cooldown you are using your captain's grip, you're using your abilities, because that's where the vast majority of your shit's gonna come from. Alright, you have to unfortunately dodge everything that comes your way, so you know. And every time you get hit, you're gonna lose your predator bonus, but again, don't sweat it too much. If you do, you do. Okay? it's much more important actually to just focus on breaking down the parts of the behemoth legs first so that you can focus on other areas and get free hits. Okay, constantly use your captain's grip to make sure you're always buffed up with the attack speed. Okay, you see that leg down. Not only do you get 5 seconds off, you get free hits. Oops, sorry, I forgot about lightning. Sometimes the lightning will come at a very unfortunate time. Oh shit, hit the tail, didn't. If it hit the tail, just hit him on the tail for a little bit. Give him a little what in the butt. And as he goes down again, now you'll notice that I'm actually out on tonics, so I'm quickly gonna use this opportunity to grab the tonics. You need to time it, but sometimes it really do be like that. If you don't get shocked, it's okay. Take the moment to just refresh yourself. Get your captain's grip down. Now the captain's grip doesn't matter whether you're empowered or not. Okay, it's a little different from the other stuff, because the other stuff, it does matter. Like your marking shot, it does matter if you're empowered. Because if you don't, then you just get that little piss weak one. Which if you're aiming to do this sub 5, I mean you'll do it sub 5 pretty easily. But still, you know, you can't like be too overconfident with any of that. Heal when you need to, okay? Because this is a trial. It's not the stuff outside the trials where you have your freedom. No, this is a trial where you don't have no freedom. Potions run out, just take them again. There we go. The most important thing during a trial is don't fucking panic. Take a bad hit, it's okay. Listen, you're not perfect. Alright? It's okay to not be perfect. There, it's dead. So, just barely sub 5, but again, this was designed for ease. Alright? Don't panic during the trials, just go through it slowly. Alright? Dodge where you can, but if you take a hit, it's okay. It's okay. As long as you get sub 5, that's all that matters, you know? Unfortunately, during those times when I broke its legs, I was doing inopportune moments where I had to either refresh or was under attack by lightning, but in most situations, that shit's gonna happen, alright? So yeah, you can try this out. Once again, it requires no legendary pieces. You can just store it together. All the cells here you can obtain via cores, and by the time you at least either search all the stuff, you should have more than enough to have all these cells. All right, so thank you very much for watching. As always, like, share, and subscribe if you feel like it. All right, if you like my content, and of course you want to feed your boy, keep him alive, keep him making content, use the tip link in the description. Send me some of your spare change. The People's Champ will see you on the next one, and hopefully this time my camera will not malfunction. Okay, see you on the next one, folks.